Okay, so, we're back for more of it. We're gonna try to finish this thing for, Lostbelt 4 to wrap things up. And then, now I can take a break for FGO and probably gonna be, focusing on for, like, Genshin Impact updates for summer. And, yeah. Let's, waste no time. So this 14-15, it's going to be a bit of a long talk, so there will be no battle for that, so that's fine with that. Anyway, section 14, those who laughed during the end of Yuga.
As Batman! Of all the times for him to show up!
Indeed, I was just about to remind you. I assume none of you have forgotten what day it is. Today is the Kali Yuga, when the entire world is unmade and recreated. If we are to safely avoid its effects, I might suggest that you begin to retreat toward the border. Alacrity would be advisable. Can't you see what we're dealing with here, Detective? We can't possibly turn our backs on this opponent.
Damn it, it's just been one thing after another. Oh, I almost forgot. What you doing here, Asha? Where's your dad? He hurt his leg, and he's at a healer's right now. Gotcha. That sounds serious. But right now, you gotta get out of here and hide, Asha. Okay.
As Batman is bound to come after us if we try to run away. Since we destroyed a giant Kali, the townspeople should be able to look after themselves. So I think the best thing we could do now is try to make a break for him. There are two problems with that idea. First, as Batman is a powerful servant. With all of us so exhausted, merely escaping him isn't going to be easy. If we're not careful, he'll end up mowing us down the moment we turn our backs on him. And second, I'd really like to tail off while we have the chance. We need to eliminate him if we're going to be Arjuna, and we may never get another chance like this again.
Yeah, but what about, our lives? Sure, it's about being our first priority. I mean, even if we do manage to take him down, what's the point if we all end up dead because we failed to get away?
I know, but...
God, damn it!
Just what we needed.
You awake now? Good, then you can help me take care of these guys. Especially since you were supposed to... What the? Nope. I just can't seem to remember anything from my old life. But I do remember there was something from it I was forced to forget. That's right. I know there was something real important to me. Something I don't have anymore. And I know you and that guard were the ones who took it.
Are they falling out with each other? No way. It looks like
William Tell was never a complete Lokapala to begin with. At any rate, now's our chance to run for it. Let's get out of here.
Woo-hoo!
Okay, let's go everyone. But keep an eye out in case anyone comes after us.
What? Hey, get back here, damn it! Oh, now I am really pissed. You're gonna pay for that, old mutt.
He's gone too. Guess he might have used Vayu's power to make an escape.
I doubt he'll last long with those wounds if he pushes himself too hard. But still. Damn it. Well, if I can only go after one of them, might as well stick to the ones I can see.
A Vastaman is coming after us. I was afraid this might happen.
Keep running. I'll hold him off at the rear. I know about his amazing regenerative abilities. They practically make him immortal. I may not be able to beat him now, but I would at least like to stop him from coming after us. Of course, since he'll recover from most damage as soon as we inflict it on him, I'll probably have to cut off both his legs to do even that. Damn it, that's just as much work as defeating him, especially while trying to make an escape at the same time.
Of all the stupid times. Damn it. That damn conceptual error must have triggered it. God.
Now he's writhing around on the ground and sweating like a pig. What's going on? It looks like he's in pain. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not about to look this particular gift horse in the mouth. Let's get out of here while we can.
Damn it. Now I'm really pissed.
Alright. Now that they know about me, I'm sure the false guy won't hesitate to erase me with everything else he doesn't want in the world. You're certain that I can avoid the catalysm as long as I'm on board your ship, yes? Absolutely! Speaking of which, it looks like Arjuna started to charge up his noble fantastism right on schedule. Hey Destroy, how you doing? Long time no see. Alright. Confirming our distance from Arjuna now. Good, we should be safe here. The one thing we must avoid at all costs is a direct attack on the border. We can't escape the void space without a vehicle capable of a zero sail, after all. We're only a few hundred meters away from the rendezvous. It looks like we won't have any trouble reaching it in time. I can hear the border's engine now. Ah, home sweet home.
Now don't start that. This is not your home, damn it.
On the other side, I still kind of wonder why Asvat the man stopped chasing us. I don't think he stopped so much as he...
Good. I've got a visual on your position. We'll get ready for the zero sail as soon as we rendezvous. Wait. Huh? Hold up. Hold everything.
See new characters are coming, Genshin? Yeah, but I ain't gonna look any at the leak characters anyway. I know Inazuma and I forgot. I was looking at Twitter, but I didn't really bother in paying attention to new characters. Anyway. What is it, Mjolnir? If this is about taking a bathroom break, you should have thought of that before we left.
What? No! There's a servant right next to the rendezvous point. What? Did one of us come after us? This is terrible. What if they attack the border?
No, we need not worry about that. Based on these readings I'm seeing, the answer is plain to see. They're wounded. This servant has clearly been gravely injured that they are no longer able to move. Furthermore, it is a servant we are all familiar with, Director Gordon. Though we are decidedly not on friendly terms, unfortunately. Silfrost and his team should be coming up on her shortly. For the moment, I suggest we wait to see what happens. Perhaps then, we will be able to determine what brought her here. Oh, fucking Kanyan Skya, take me out to the Void Sea.
What? What?
Okay. The Emperor who embodied all of humanity was one thing, but I can destroy a mere warrior like you with just a few bites. Alas, my short-sighted, lovely bark turned out to be worse than my bite. Now I see what they mean when they say the brightest stars burn out the quickest. That locally sourced Lokapala is on a whole different level. He must be the most powerful servant in this Lostbelt, excepting Arjuna. And if that weren't enough, he even had some powerful holy sutras equipped. No doubt thanks to that damn monk. I can't break out my other tails here in this India. That would put me too close to my original for comfort. My goal is to become an entirely new nine-tailed beast after all. I refuse to be part of obsolete folklore. Oh well, at least I was able to punch that angry meathead's stupid front teeth down his stupid throat before I made my escape. Ah, That felt good. All I have to worry about now is that God's monstrous power. Now that I've been marked as undesirable, I can't afford to get caught in it and try as might to leave. It isn't just those damn suits that's holding me back. If only I had taken that side trip to South America. Anyway, it looks like I won't be able to manifest in any other region until I can get rid of this virtue. In which case... well, any port in the storm, like I always say, this world is all about give and take. If I had to hitch a ride to avoid getting wiped out of existence, then so be it. Take me out to the woodsy. Oh my god, that's funny. I believe she's attempting to hitchhike.
What? What? What in the world is that minx thinking?
Unfortunately, she's too close to the Rendezvous for us to go around her without losing a lot of time. But of course, there's no telling what she might do if we stay on track and end up running into her. What should we do? I don't know, pick her up? She looks like she's in pretty bad shape.
Ah! Wow. You better not be thinking what you're thinking so brash. I know she helped us a little in China, but that hardly makes us allies. Not by a long shot. Besides, let's not forget that it was entirely 100% her fault that we were poisoned in the first place.
I couldn't live with myself if I didn't try to help her.
Foo-foo!
There, you see? Even the little furballs knows we can't trust her.
Go on, we need to make a choice here. That's fine if you want to ignore her, but you should know she's charging up some weird kind of magical energy. She's holding both hands up and forming some kind of glowing ball of energy above her head.
Foo! Foo-foo!
And just look at that smile. I can almost hear her saying, "If you don't come and get me, I'm gonna use all my remaining power to blow myself up and take you all out with me." Mjolnir, I recommend making a detour. We should pick up Soapbox Group at least 10 kilometers away from her. I told you, we don't have time for that. Besides, they're already going as fast as they can. Like they say, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Grr. Oh, alright. I'll consider this a distress signal and allow it just this once. She may be one of our most contemptible enemies, but abandoning someone asking for help will just lead to more headaches down the road.
Yeah, pretty much. Besides, you let me on board when I was in trouble. You might as well do the same for Konyanskaya. Also, those injuries of hers, it looks to me like she had a falling out with one of our other enemies. I had a feeling that was going to happen sooner or later. If that's true, that would mean she's become a target for Arjuna's noble fantasism. It would certainly explain why she's looking to the border of all places for refuge. Bringing her on board does pose a risk, but we also know she's been weakened. If she attempts anything untoward, we will not be defenseless. Furthermore, we may be able to gain new and valuable information from her, or even have her fight with us again for a time.
True. But I warn you to exercise the utmost caution. That minx devilish charms were powerful enough to deceive even a first-class dandy like myself. If we're going to let her on board, we should put a bag over her head or something just to be safe.
I'm pretty sure we won't have to worry about that. We all know real well what sort of person she is by now.
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one I'm worried about the most. Carpaxio? I can tell from the beta male. I can tell from the beta male look on your face that practically screams, 2D girlfriends are all I need, that you'll be powerless against her charms.
You're worried about me? What are you, my mom?
Are you quite sure you'll be alright?
Positive.
Well, alright then. Still, I'm going to give myself a few good dabs of this cologne just in case. In case of what, exactly? Alright, go ahead and do a full throttle drift to the spot right between Silfrost and Konyanskaya. We'll depart once again as soon as we've taken all necessary precautions.
Oh, good, you stopped. I guess this means you're letting me on?
You're gonna tell us all about what's going on, okay?
But of course, I would never expect a free ride. Oh my, little foe, you really do have it out for me, don't you? Oh, I'm so scared. Anyway, let's get going, shall we? Or is the plan to put me in some BDSM gear before we get moving? Perhaps one of you is giddy at the thought of an opportunity to do all sorts of naughty things he missed his chance for in China?
I'll have you know, I was thinking nothing of the sort. The only thing I'm hoping for at the moment is the suspension bridge effect.
At the moment, I would prefer you get on the border post-haste so we can begin our zero sale preparations. I try to ensure we will have time to spare, but I have a bad feeling about what's coming. Do try to hurry.
How unexpectedly thrilling! Perhaps you were simply unaware, my dear Chaldeans. Oh my, this will never do. Surely you should know better than that by now, no? This world gets leaner and leaner as more excess is shaved off with each Yuga cycle. That, of course, means that it requires a bit less energy to destroy as the cycles goes on. So if you were expecting it to take as long as it did before, why, you might just find yourselves running a little short on time. Go on, God! Let us proceed with the next calling! Uh-oh. Huh? I see. So you want me to help run this world so you don't have to bother yourself with trivial matters, huh? And by running this world, you also mean taking care of people less than inclined to cooperate. Well, I hate to tell you this after you went and summoned me, but I'm not the man for the job. My arrows are meant for shooting apples off my son's head, and for shooting that scumbag Buck through the heart. I'll never use them to shoot children, so guess that's that. Sorry. What would you do now? If that is his reason for refusing to obey me, then those thoughts are unnecessary. There is something inside him that should not be there. Indeed, indeed, I couldn't agree more. But as luck would have it, the next Yuga cycle is almost upon us. All you need to do is remove that defect from him, and he will then have no choice but to serve you faithfully. I thought I was only going along with you guys as a hunter for hire. And as the guy being hired, I expected you to pay me for my help. Nobody ever told me I'd be the one paying you such a heavy price. Consider our contract null and void. Up, Phil, shipman! You fool! Your idiocracy no bounds. What can a half-dead archer's arrow hope to do against a god?
I hear a voice from a long time ago, one of the records that remains in the Shadow's head. A voice dripping with oppressive authority, intolerant of the slightest defiance. I'm told you have some skill with the crossbow, then go ahead and make the shot. If you succeed, I will overlook your transgression. A mess of emotions, reluctance, doubt, fear. Each raged within me at those words, but still, I took the shot. I shot an apple off of my son's head, because I have no other choice. That was my profession after all. I made a life out of only ever hitting what I aim at. But I never thought of myself as a god of marksmanship. Besides, even gods are known to miss sometimes. And a hunter always has to consider what will happen if they miss their shot. Because the fact is, the moment the arrow misses, there will be another target that absolutely needs to be hit. So I had another arrow ready to go inside my jacket. If my first arrow failed to pierce the apple, if both my son's world and mine had ended with that shot, I would at least make sure the beast so needed killing would die with us. Thankfully, I didn't need to use my second arrow on that day. But even so, I had every confidence in the world. If my first arrow had missed, or rather, if the arrow that absolutely needed to hit its target didn't, the fact that there would then be another target that needed to be hit meant that my second arrow would be sure to find its mark.
What? It hit? I always make sure to hit the targets I can't afford to miss, like the apples on my son's head. But of course, I also have another way ready to go, just in case I miss. That second arrow is my true noble phantasm. It doesn't matter if my Shwete Sheben's target is an evil fox or a god. It'll still find its mark. There are some shots you can only make after you've already missed. Now I see. Your noble phantasm interferes with casualty. It's a shadow arrow that's guaranteed to hit if the arrow before it misses. And on top of that, you infused it with all of Value's divine power to make doubly sure it hit its target. Though of course, that's still not nearly enough to so much as scratch him. If this good for nothing hunter managed to get God's attention, even for just a few seconds, I'll consider that plenty meaningful in itself, knowing that the humans will reach him. After all, a few seconds had got to count for a lot when you're a god remaking the entire world. Surprised? If the look on your face is any indication, this wasn't for nothing after all. Well, I'm just that much happier I took the extra effort to rouse these bones for one final shot. Your entire being has become unnecessary. You think I didn't see this coming? I know how close I am to dying better than anyone. But you know, the wounded quarry is the most dangerous as the end closes in. There's nothing stronger or more dangerous than a cornered animal. I know that better than most. Oh, and one last warning before I go. I told Asclepius this too, but the reason you summoned me last is because you felt a regular old human would be a good match for a god, right? Even if you only realize this subconsciously, that doesn't make it any less true. Hell, maybe that's why that last arrow got through to you. If you don't realize what that means, someone even more desperately cornered than me is gonna end up firing a third arrow. I wonder who that'll end up being. God has cast his gaze downward. You have become unnecessary. Furthermore, God has also seen. These defects are unnecessary, and therefore evil. Be gone, evil. You are not needed in the new Yuga, the new world. I will now wield the sword of the god who ends all things. I will cut off the world from the rift in the world made by the blade. Clear purification will burst forth. Terminus and Genesis will cycle anew. Sword of dissolution, let your blade fall. Mahapralaya! I don't know about defective, but I can tell that I'm not really me if I can't remember my son. Oh, William Carroll? He's gone.
Damn. I guess he was trying to protect us, though. Oh, there you are. It's alright. It's okay now. It took me a while, but I finally remembered. I'm sorry I couldn't be the father you deserved. Damn. Effect of unforgiving world weakened by the erasure of Lokapala Tell. Alright, we're inside that shadow border. Return to Paradise, the Queen's identity. The Zero Zero has entered the stable zone. We should finally be safe here, at least for a while. Once again, we escaped by the skin of our teeth. I was hoping to never have it cut out that close again. At least we made it, right? You are as tasteless as a tiger shark. Do you always bring your enemies with you like this? Oh, if it isn't the strange servant I saw in the Wonder Sea, I didn't know you were here too. As you can see, I'm currently nothing more than a fellow fugitive. As they say, no road is long with good company, and love makes the world go round. What a perfect example of strange bedfellows, or shipmates, if you will. Of course, this is strictly a temporary business arrangement, but I do hope we can get along for its duration. Likewise. Oh, and not so much as, say, finger on the instruments, please. If you so much as breathe on them, Mr. Detective there is going to open up a can of burritsu on your ass. Now, I'll thank you not to refer to we detectives as you would a knife. Never mind that my deductions are so sharp one could cut oneself on them. Even I would need a hot shower if I were to get a blood of so toxic a vixen on me. Oh my, the office banter is so pointed here. You're not picking a fight with me, are you? Oh my god, they all get along. Oh man, I'm getting serious chills down my spine. What I want to know is, why is no one pointing out how Kanyan Sky's outfit just magically fixed herself?
She even looked good. She even looks good in a traditional Indian outfit, complete with sari. Is she an angel? A demon after all?
Alright, enough small talk. We have a great deal of questions and precious little time. Let's begin with your present circumstances. Why did you seek refuge aboard the border? Aren't you with the Lostbelt? Or rather, the foreign god? Well, you know how bands sometimes split up because of creative differences. It's a lot like that. I think Pepperoncino there can attest to it. I never liked this one much to begin with, and was planning to wash my hands of him once he served his purpose, but he ended up beating me to the punch. He filled Arjuna's ears with all sorts of nonsense about me, and now I'm officially persona non grata in this India. That said, I never had much of an opinion about this Lostbelt to begin with, so I'm not too broken up that I've been exiled from it now. But for the time being, I think I'll stick around a while longer. Let's just say I have my reasons. Uh-huh, I thought as much. Thought as much as about what? Pepperoncino the traitor?
Ooh, a swing and a miss! I haven't betrayed anyone, but thanks for playing! My goal as a crypter is to grow my tree of emptiness, and I certainly haven't abandoned it. I'm not on bad terms with anyone from Team A, and I have no intention of defying the foreign god either. The only ones I don't trust are you alter egos. I mean, how could I? You are the definition of shady. It's because I have my doubts about you three that I share the information I have with Soapfrost. I thought I could gain some insight from a different perspective on the situation, though I'm sure Homeless Seas already deduced as much.
Indeed, I was fully aware that you were probing our goals and perspectives. But of course, I allow it, as I could tell you were doing so from the place of fairness rather than malice. Given the current state of the world, it doesn't take much thought to realize this fatal contradiction. The fact that Miss Konyanskaya is here right now only further serves to reinforce it. While I do feel as though I already have a firm grasp on the answer, I also feel as though it would be improper for me to be the one to explain it. So, as one of those directly involved, I would like to ask you about this great mystery we can no longer ignore. Scandinavia Peperoncino.
Aw, that's sweet. How can you be so kind and handsome, and yet also so unpopular? Is it because you're inhuman at heart? Alright then, don't mind if I do. Konyanskaya, you can confirm this for me, right? The goals of the cryptos and the foreign gods disciples don't completely line up, do they?
What do you mean?
Let me be clear. This world is headed towards oblivion. The way it's being run now, it can't possibly end up at anything halfway decent. Once it's completely purged of evil, we're not gonna have the perfect world he's aiming for. We'll be left with the world of total nothingness. It's fair to say that Arjuna has gone completely off the rails. But the bigger problem is that you disciples aren't doing anything to stop him. If anything, that treacherous snake of a man is pushing him to hurry things along. Why? The way things are going now, both this Lostbelt and its Tree of Emptiness will be lost forever. So why aren't you two trying to stop that?
Furthermore, given the state we found you in, it seems there is also every possibility that even you disciples don't share a common goal. Tell us, what exactly are you?
Good question. I suppose if it will pay my fare, I'll answer you as far as I'm able to. I do indeed have my own adorable goals I'm working towards. Adorable goals that neither the cryptos nor that shitty monk share. And seriously, I sincerely doubt there's anything adorable about them. What are they? Well, there's tormenting humans. Oh, and collecting regional monsters, I suppose. It's a hobby of mine, investigating new and unusual creatures. This Lostbelt has both Kali and sacred beasts, so I'm already pretty happy about that.
What can you tell us about the other alter egos?
I'm afraid that's one I can't answer. It would violate the non-disclosure agreement in the contract I signed with the foreign guy. The most I can say is that he and I most certainly do not get along, as you can tell from my presence here. The three alter egos may have different approaches due to different personalities, but share one common goal. All three alter egos want to grow the Tree of Emptiness to completion.
I see. Is that true for Father Kotomi? I mean, Rasputin too?
Of course! But you know what happened in Russia, Lostbelt. With its king and Kadak being who they are. Well, despite what you might think, that priest is a genuine saint, complete with the ability to know the future. I guess you say he can make prophecies. And apparently, he prophesied that the Russian Lostbelt was only ever going to end poorly, and acted accordingly. Alright, that's enough for me. I believe I've more than paid for my fare by now.
Oh no, you haven't. Not by a long shot. It costs a lot more than that to ride my ship. Leaving the question of whether it's your ship or not aside, I do agree that she has only begun to pay her fare.
Oh, come now! Do you have any idea how much Rasputin's secrets would normally cost? That priest never says a word about himself, you know? It wasn't easy to fight with him, but since doing so would be his problem more than mine, I figured I could share them with you as a little bonus of sorts.
So she's willing to sell out her teammates' skills, but not her own secrets, huh? Talk about a diet in the world misanthropy. It's like everything she does is designed to piss others off.
I have a feeling we're not going to get anything from her that she isn't willing to give us. For now, I guess I should just be glad that I was able to confirm my hypothesis. I wonder just how much Kshetra knows about the foreign god's identity and objectives.
Anyway, I no longer have any interest in what happens to this world. I am, as they say, over it. So by all means, go ahead and mess it with it as much as you like. I I'd be especially happy if you could give that shitty monk some much needed. Okay, come up and okay.
Do you really think we're done here? We saved you when you were at death's door, and I doubt you're anywhere close to your old strength yet. To put it another way, you have nowhere to run, and your life is in our hands now.
Oh my, does this mean your gentlemanly facade is crumbling? Now that I'm your prisoner, I wonder what you're going to do to me. Are you going to bind my limbs and throw me in solitary? Chop me into tiny pieces like what happened in China?
What? No, I'm just referring to your promise to temporarily cooperate with us. Though that's not to say we won't take precautions. I trust there won't be an issue letting her out of here along with Sulfrost.
I highly doubt it. Not with Rama, Ganesha, and Lakshmi, all keeping an eye on her. Once we have our safety measures in place, I believe our most prudent course of action would be to act on this new information. And of course, when the situation calls for it, we would like you to assist us in battle. At the moment, I believe that covers the manner of assistance we expect from you. Well, I can't promise to be of too much help in combat, but I can certainly fight well enough to protect my own life. And if you're treating me as a guest rather than a prisoner, I'll agree the information I share doesn't cover my fare. So rest assured, I'll be glad to work off the rest. I certainly don't want to be in debt to humans, after all.
Well, if nothing else, at least we made it through another cataclysm unscathed. I think we've out-earned a little break today, so why don't we kick back and relax while we wait for the outside world to stabilize? If all goes well, maybe we'll be even be able to settle everything during the next Yuga cycle.
Oh,
So you're the one I heard on the transmission.
I go by Captain right now, though that name has no particular meaning. Not that I have any other more meaningful name to go by right now anyway.
Good to meet you, Captain.
You don't have to tell me. I know who you are.
Do you mean we've met somewhere before?
Of course not. What makes you think that?
I guess it would be your scent.
My scent, huh? Well, I guess I can understand that more than I could if you'd said my appearance. Anyway, I'm afraid I have a lot of work I need to get back to. You should rest now while you can.
I wonder why she's avoiding me. I don't remember wronging him. Although, that look in his eyes, was it nervousness? Fear? No, wait. I think it was guilt. Huh? Oh. Oh, starting a new day, huh? Loop cycle.
Phew! I don't think I've ever been so happy to see the sky. There really is something about seeing it for the first time in a while that appeals even to a diehard shut-in like me.
I thought you were the type who never left their room no matter what.
How would I get food or go to the bathroom? Of course I'd go out when I got up. I always enjoy the early mornings when I had to run down to the convenience store to replenish my snack supplies after fighting a massive raid bosses for 3 days straight. The way you could still see the stars at the first rays of the sun started to creep over the horizon was just divine. Well, maybe it was those spiritual morning walks that made Ganesha choose me for his vessel.
A 3-day raid boss fight? What were the devs thinking? I would say their first option. Oh wow.
Fool?
My apologies for the seemingly endless string of similar instructions, but I would like you all to start by returning to beat you as usual. Let's get going then. Yeah, that MiHoYo's being shady about that.
What a perfectly peaceful little human town. It makes me positively nauseous. So, what's the plan here? You do have a plan to take down that spoiled brat turned god, don't ya?
We're going to tear him off his divine throne and bring him down to our level, starting with this town. Now that these people have fought their way through a Kali Yuga,
There should be even more of them on our side. Okay. Once we convince this town he isn't a god worth worshipping, we'll move on to other towns until he's weakened enough that we can defeat him. A good boycott campaign, Okay, I can see the sense in that. At least theoretically. Even though we're in a peaceful Kshetra Yuga now, something feels off. I feel it too. Does this town seem weirdly quiet to you too?
Definitely.
Oh! Hey guys, I'm kind of worried about Asha. Remember she said her dad was injured? Maybe we should go check on her first.
Of course. I was just thinking the same thing. I think her house was over in that direction. Let's go see her. There's her house. Thank goodness it's intact. Why don't we take a peek inside through the window first to see how they're doing? It looks like they're celebrating something.
I'm so glad we all made it to the Kshetra Yuga to celebrate your 4,000th day of life, Asha.
Me too. A lot's happened over the different Yugas. More than I can even remember. I was worried how things were going to go when we first took you in. But you've grown up to be a wonderful little girl. Though, you know, it's strange. I know we've been here since way back. But this house still doesn't feel like our home. Maybe it's just too big for us.
I was just thinking the same thing. Maybe it's time we thought about moving. I think there's another house we could live in not too far from here. But we don't need to think about it that now. Today's your special day, and we're going to celebrate. Go ahead and eat anything you want, okay? Okay. Oh, what's wrong, Asha? You don't look very excited. Auntie? Does it feel like we're missing someone important?
Her father.
Huh? What do you mean? Oh, now look what you made me do. I'm sorry, are you okay?
You dropped a dish over the question. You're such an Ulu. Yulo, I guess.
There it is again. It feels like someone else should have said that. It feels strange that nobody's saying it. Yeah, it really feels like there ought to be someone else here with us. What an odd little girl you are. Who would have thought possibly be? You know it's always been just the three of us. Yeah, I know, but I can't help but feel like I made a promise with someone. Someone who said they celebrate with me and patted my head, telling me how much I'd grown. Am I crying? Well, that's a funny surprise. This is supposed to be a happy day.
Pull yourself together. I'm okay. But Senpai, this is just...
Let's get out of here. Right now, I don't think I could look Asha in the eye and smile.
She said his leg was injured. Is that why? Another thing like that?
That's just like what happened to Vihan. This is horrible. I don't even have the words for how horrendously wrong this all is.
Oh no! This is mean.
Lakshmi, where are you going? Oh.
They're not here. Hey!
Oh, hello. Is everything alright? Would you like to come to my house and have a glass of grape juice?
Forget about juice. What happened to all the people in the town hall?
What do you mean?
You know damn well what I mean. I'm talking about the people who came here from Deval. There were dozens of people living here while they tried to find new homes.
I'm very sorry, but I truly have no idea what you're talking about. Nobody has ever lived in the town hall.
Damn it.
You poor thing. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can tell you've been through a lot. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, please don't hesitate to call on me. Good luck.
Damn it! Damn it! Just refusing to obey is a sin now, you false god! A crime is so great you throw them away like they're worthless! It seems we're too lax in our assumptions, given how removed Arjuna is from this world. I assume he would never bother to personally determine the so-called defectiveness of individual persons' actions, especially since we knew Deval continued to exist across Yugas even after they began fighting back. That sounds right to me, if we're just talking about Arjuna himself. I'm sure he would consider changes in the little people's fate as trivial matters beneath his notice. But he has a certain advisor at his ear, one who loves nothing more than snitching. And I can't see that slimmy, devious monk not taking the chance to rat these people out. Yes, I recall you mentioned him on the border as well. It sounds as though you and he are on extremely poor terms. Oh yes, he's a wonderfully shitty monk. As for he is, well, you'll find out when you meet him yourselves. So it's his fault these people disappear. No, it might. It might be mine. Lakshmi, it might be because I helped them. Because I lit a fire under them. Because I drew the false god's attention to them. Maybe I'm the reason they were eliminated. They might have been erased as though they never existed because they got caught in my cloud of bad luck. Lakshmi. No, that is not my name. I've been lying to you this whole time. Everything that's gone wrong is my fault. I knew I should have stuck to fighting on my own. But what are you talking about? You're not making any sense. The god that resides within me is not Lakshmi.
What was that?
Me, the goddess of happiness and prosperity? What a joke. I'm the exact opposite. I bring adversity and tragedy wherever I go. I'm the embodiment of things everyone should avoid and despise. The real name of the goddess within me is Alakshmi, Lakshmi's older sister, the goddess of bad luck and misfortune. Oh?
Yeah, $10 or something like that. Would have been better. That unforgiving world strength has by the erasure of those who rebelled against the god. Oh boy. I kinda agree with you, Destroyer. That freaking MiHoYo was being shady.
It's true. Those two sister gods are more alike than shrimp and ponds.
Lakshmi. That's the goddess of misfortune. Lakshmi's direct opposite. You're saying that's who you really are?
She is still a source of power lacking in consciousness, as I told you before. But yes, that is who I really am. So that's why I was never quite able to sense my beloved Sita's Lakshmi inside you. Part of it is because she's only a source of power now, and part of it is because they are sisters. No wonder I never got more than a vague impression of the divinity inside you. Why did you tell us this sooner? Lakshmi's request was simple. She conveyed to me that she wanted to help her sister trapped within the false god. Okay, so what's the problem? That's one of our goals too. But who would ever want to join forces with the embodiment of bad luck and misfortune? I've been using you for my own ends all this time. I thought you would refuse to help me if I was honest about my identity. And that would make it harder to achieve my goal of defeating the false god and rescuing Lakshmi. Some leader I am. I'm just a foolish woman steeped in lies and deception. Now those people who were erased without a trace, and all of your hopes are dashed too. And it's all my fault.
No, you're wrong there.
Fo-fo!
I understand that you really are Lakshmi, but you're still wrong about the rest.
Senpai and Pepe are right. You didn't erase Ajay or the people of Deval. Arjuna did. You can't blame yourself for this. Indeed, are you going to insist that every last bit of bad luck we've had was actually your fault? Because even for a goddess of misfortune, that would be going a bridge too far. Lakshmi! What? We're fighting for the fate of this entire world. Your lot can't possibly affect that, no matter how bad it may be. It is our skill and responsibility alone that will determine the outcome of our fight, just as it always has before. So the only laments I will allow for you are your clumsiness and the way you constantly stub your toe and squirm in agony. If you thought we hadn't noticed, you were greatly mistaken. Fool! Fool, fool, fool! So, if you're finally done playing guessing games where the answers were obvious, it's about time we started playing our next course of action, no?
Agreed. Truth be told, I had already formulated a hypothesis as to whom Lakshmi's true divinity might be. Lest we forget, the power she demonstrated during our first battle with William Tell was clearly nothing that a goddess of fortune would possess.
Oh yes, that reminds me. I don't sense value anywhere, so it seems Mr. Tao never did make it to this Yuga, did he? Though I can't say I'm surprised, given the resistance he put up at the end.
I'm considering a highly probable possibility as well. Given how bravely he fought last time we saw him, I'm not sure if I should regret that we were unable to have him join us, or be glad that at least a bit more of Arjuna's power is now gone.
Okay, in light of all that happened, we need to figure out a new plan, starting with where our old one went wrong. It's obvious now that we were severely underestimating the extent of Arjuna's ability to erase things he considers defective whenever he remakes the world. Hard as it might be to believe, we know now he can get rid of entire communities if he wants to. Maybe he came up with some way to simplify it, like assuming anyone who takes up arms against the Kali is defective. But either way, now that we know he's capable of mass removals like this, we should probably assume that the more people stand out, the more likely they are to be erased.
So, what you're saying is, our plan to turn people more against him and drag him from his godly throne isn't looking too good anymore?
So what? So what? We're just going to accept that this is how things are here? No. Absolutely not, Master.
You better believe it. I don't care if this world's god is the one behind it. No one should have to live in a world where they could be erased like this.
Fool!
I'm not giving up yet.
I couldn't agree more, Master. We may be back to square one again, but so what? As for you, Queen who has slightly worse luck than most people, I have no desire for you to wonder about its sackcloth and ashes being so terribly morose. Who is going to benefit from your doing such a thing? It is utterly pointless endeavor. Now that we know our old plan won't work, we need your help more than ever in coming up with the next one. Would you help us? Would you continue to fight beside us, just as you have till now? I second everything Rama said.
Compared to some other companions we've had, a goddess of misfortune is nothing. You truly are an odd one, aren't you?
Alright, now that we reaffirmed our intent to continue onwards, I would like to begin discussing specifics. Does anyone have any information that would give us a good place to start?
I'll get right to the point. I can think of one thing. Oh, what's that? I spot the man. There's something wrong with him.
Yes, I think we all saw that for ourselves. Raimi, darling, care to be a little more detailed?
I'm afraid it's difficult to explain. All I can say is, when we ran into him during the last Yuga, it felt like there was something fundamentally different about him compared to the other Lokapala. At least one of you has an eye for detail. Disposing as but the man is something I totally endorse, especially as I have my own grievances with him. I would like nothing more than for all of you to beat him within an inch of his life.
but we still don't know how to deal with his regenerative powers. Fighting him was like fighting an immortal.
Exactly. He's immortal. That's why he has no choice but to do what Arjuna says.
What do you mean by that?
Oopsie! Now I've gone and said too much. Let me just go ahead and zip these lips back up. Anyway, I do think it's worth a shot. If you like, I couldn't even tell you where he is right now.
Hold it! I appreciate that proposal, but I don't trust it. Konyaskaya can all be trusted to lead us into a trap.
What? And here I made that proposal with the very purest of intentions. I guess this means you still haven't forgiven me after all, Your Excellency.
Why in the world would I forgive you when you haven't showed the slightest sign of repentance? Did that sorry do something to your brain, beautiful?
Just kidding. Alright then, I'll go ahead and give you the data you'll need to track Ashvathaman down. Just be sure of the results. Why not conduct the search yourselves?
True, that would be safer. Though it will mean we'll need to walk around ourselves to pick up his signal.
That's just a trade-off we'll have to make for security. Even if it takes a little longer, it's a lot better than walking into a trap completely defenseless. Alright, now that our next goal is decided, let's go find Ashvathaman and take him out quickly. Don't worry, once we find him, just let me handle everything. I think I know what's going on with him now. So the next time we meet, I'll see if I'm right.
Oh yeah, this one. Ashvathaman. Let me see. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna stick to the part. Same thing again, I believe. Yeah, that would have to be the same. Kshetra Yuga. Oh. 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 Oh.
There you are. That's my line. But what's this? Well, what do you know? I can't believe the query that got away from me came back of her own accord. I'm so happy. It actually pisses me off.
I appreciate you reacting exactly how I thought you would. You must have known the Chaldeans were hot on your tail, yet you couldn't ignore my aura and couldn't resist waiting around for me to show up. I'm so glad you're as simple-minded as you look. Now, let's get to our grudge match, shall we? Oh, but do be warned, you'll be facing Selfrost and his team this time around, and they're very tough cookies. You see, they do this ungodly, annoying thing where they get stronger and stronger each time they do battle.
Ha! I never could tell those. I never could tell whose side you were really on, woman.
Let me ask you this, Ashvathaman. Would you be willing to tell us your whole story?
What was that?
I'm a generous king, and I can tell what others are truly thinking. I promise I will neither laugh at you nor look down on you. What do you say?
Every one of you just makes me so freaking furious. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you doing, Raimi? I thought you said you could handle him.
I thought I could, but it seems this problem is not as easily solved with words as I had hoped. We'll just have to pin him down and have him cool off more naturally. So we're gonna have to fight him after all? I will help you, but what I said before still holds true. Do not rely on me too much. There is no telling when my poor luck could result in a fatal error. But you can control it at least a little, right? Like you did when you got all Tails' arrows to hit you? A little, yes, but there are some areas that are still out of my control. Not to mention that the recoil from that time is probably...
Oh, Hephaestus man, you really are an awkward boy, aren't you? Ha! You mean like the opposite of how you strut around in those fancy clothes of yours, ex-master? Well, I'm certainly less awkward than you. I keep my life nice and simple by doing whatever it takes to stay alive. Of course, that still leaves the question of what I want to do with my life once I keep it. It's not easy being human, you know. Well, we always want more. Huh. Guess you really must be Alright. Guess you really must be adroit if you can say that sort of thing with a smile. Maybe I am kind of awkward by comparison. All I've got for me is my anger, so it's only natural that anger will become my entire life. Living my life makes me angry, and my anger gives me a reason to live. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. Just like I know that the moment my anger dies out, I won't be me anymore. So as long as I'm still kicking, I've got no choice but to keep my fury burning. To keep burning my whole damn life.
What? Okay.
では行くぞ。おまはい任せな。ほっささはっさ燃えろ。さあぶっ殺す。これでどうかな。はい。へえ。せい。罠だ。せい。ぶっ殺す。
Ah, that feels good.
では行くぞ。ではそうし。そんじゃ任せな。おうさ。いがてえぐれケイポリキ。くしゃー。はっしないな。ぶっ殺してやらな。イラつくんだな。
Ouch.
行くぜ。く。ではどうし。お任せろ。おうさ。てら。罠だ。せい。戦士の誓いはとうに消え、我らは堕落した。失踪するがいい。これでどうかな。ま。なんだよ。これだ。お任せ。行くぞ。任せな。
Oh god, come on. You know what? Fuck it.
そんじゃ任せおうさいがてえぐれゲイポルクくしゃーせいせいくらいな燃えろぶっ殺してやらなてめえシャー Yuga お任せを。へえ。せいさん。ぶっ殺す。ぶっ殺す。なんだよ。行くぞ。へえ。罠だ。さ。はっ。戦士の誓いはとうに消え我らは堕落した失踪するがいいこれだんじゃあまあぶちかますかねではそんじゃへえ任せないがてえぐれゲイポルクくしゃーせいくらいな燃えろイラつくんだイラつくんだ
Damn.
行くぜ任せなおう行くぜせいせいぶっ殺物理で呪いのシュアリをご所望これぞ大軍師の究極陣地破ってみせるがいいその心臓をもらい受けるゲーシボルクシャーなかなか良かっ
Alright,
た
ready
ぜ
for round 2. I should no, I'm just gonna keep it the way it was. Yeah, I think this is fine. We did it! But...
Damn it! I knew he was just gonna heal himself again. Is he seriously immortal or something?
Is that all you got? I can keep this up.
Huh? Is it just me? Or is there something else mixed in there? It's not just the pain of regeneration. It seems as though there's something deeper eating away at him.
I knew it. It's just as I thought, Ashbat the man.
You're cursed, aren't you? Cursed?
That's right. Of course, there are many different kinds of curses, but for this, I believe I know what is at work. Even as we speak, this curse is tormenting us but the man. Or rather, his spirit urgent speak, or his servant spirit urgent relentlessly. This curse must be so powerful that not even a great warrior like him can remove it. I expect it is directly rooted in his destiny. A curse so deeply tied to his heroics that it is inevitable he will fall prey to it.
Oh man, I know what it is. That's Krishna's curse, isn't it?
What's Krishna's curse, Professor?
I'm sorry to, as to say, burst your bubble, but you won't find any professors here. Both Da Vinci and I would be happy to share what we know about India from books, but in this case, I believe Captain would be the most knowledgeable. It's something that happened towards the end of the Great War depicted in the Mahabharata. As for the man was overcome with anger at his father's murder, and in a cowardly act of retribution, he snuck into the enemy camp and killed them all in their sleep. Afterwards, he fired an arrow at the stomach of the pregnant mother of what would have been the last child of the Kuru. But Krishna protected the baby and placed a dreadful curse upon Avashta man's head in retaliation. One interpretation says that the curse would last for 3,000 years, during which he would be forced to endure all manner of pain and suffering.
I would definitely have noticed if he's been cursed like that when I first summoned him. So Arjuna must have put the curse on him after he stole my master contract from me. It would be well within his power, since he also possesses Krishna's divinity.
Aha! Now it all adds up. At first, the man, your immortality comes from being born with Yama and Shiva's power, and the curse you're dealing with now is too strong for you to remove on your own. So you're trapped in a prison of endless suffering, and death offers no escape.
Then, does that mean you have to do what Arjuna says, or he will undo the curse? That is pretty rough.
Shut up! At the very least, I can imagine that curse going away once Arjuna finally has his so-called perfect will. Though either way, I guess that doesn't leave you much choice but to cooperate with him.
Shut up! I'm so goddamn pissed I can't stand it! I'm mad at myself for being a slave to my anger. For getting myself cursed. I'm mad at how goddamn weak I am. So weak that I have to obey Arjuna, my mortal goddamn enemy, just to escape this endless pain. All I can do is just keep getting angrier and angrier. Ooh. As Batman is getting madder than we've ever seen him. Be careful, Master. It's going to take a while to load. I'm using blue stack. Okay, let's...
では参りましょう。速やかに殲滅します。行くぜ。では行くぞ。
Oh, okay.
そんへおうさ。うがてえぐれケイボルキ。くしゃーくらいな。
Oh, damn it. Ouch.
これでどうかな。行くぜ。お任せ。おうさ。ほっ。そらよ。さ。せ。来い来い来い。せま。では行くぞ。
仰せのと
おへえ。
罠だ罠だ。
That feels good.
ではお見せしましょう。これこそがアスカロンの真珠。汝は竜、罪ありきアスカロン。そらよ。戦士の誓いはとうに消え、我らは堕落した。失踪するがいい。これでどうかな。
What? Oh.
これだ。ムンナや。行くぞ。へえ、任せな。セックス。
Whew, thank you. Nope, don't use that.
そんじゃ、はい、へえ。うがて、えぐれ、ゲイボルキ。くしゃー。せ。
Oh God! Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me?
では物理で殴るだけ。
おーへえ。
これぞ大軍師の究極人事。破ってみせるがいい。
燃えろ。くそ。
Oh shit. Okay.
お任せを。たぎってきたぞ。ぶっ殺してやらな。せま。イラつくんだな。これだ。そんじゃ、へえ、任せな。うがて、えぐれ、ゲイボルキ。くしゃー。くらいな。
Yes. Holy crap.
つまらん相手だ。 やる気なくすぜ。
Okay. I don't know anything about this crypto stuff, but whatever they are, that one was still my master. Once he ordered me to leave Arjuna alone, I was able to hold back my urge to kill him. But once my master was no longer my master, once Arjuna slapped that curse on me like he was putting a collar on a stray dog, and then told me he was my new master, there was no way in hell I was going to take that. I tried to kill him immediately after he cursed me. I tried to kill him in the span of a single breath, in the blink of a goddamn eye. But it did nothing. His incredible divine power stopped me, killed me, and brought me back to life. The curse ate away at my body, and I attacked him again. Over and over, I was stopped, killed, revived, and cursed. Stopped, killed, revived, cursed. Every time he stopped me, I got angrier. Every time he killed me, I saw red. Every time he revived me, my fury grew. Every time he cursed me, I became still further enraged. Was I just buying time? No way. I wasn't nearly calm enough to think about drawing Arjuna's attention long enough to let my old master escape. Though I guess it ended up working out that way. It was all just desperate fury, all simply in vain. Until my spirit finally broke. Contorting bowels, rage, hell, every agony in the world, tearing myself apart, decimation of the ego, a single instant, drool, flickering consciousness. Purple, red, green, black, local, lost vocal cords, spirit urge violation, existing, then not, then existing again, poisonous thoughts, defeat, pain, chills, hives, agony, fire, all on top of one another, a terrible curse. How can I make this damn curse go away? What do I have to do to be free of it? If helping that damn God get the world he wants is the only way for me to escape this damn curse. If this law, far more merciful than death, is the only way to go, then I will be rage. The moment I stop being angry is the moment I stop being me. So I decided I was going to stay angry all the damn time. Once I knew I could have killed that God beyond gods like this, no matter how angry I got. I instead chose to burn my own damn weakness with the fires of my rage until the very end. It was humiliating for me, along with idiotic, immature, and inferior. But even so, thanks to that, I knew I'd be able to stay angry until my last breath. I might have lost a bond with my true master and been forced to submit to my most hated enemy. But at least in this, I still had my pride. This way, I would at least be able to remain myself right up until this defective, evil world disappeared. Then I'll be able to hit that smug, all-knowing, all-powerful God with one last shot. I'll show him that even with his perfect little plan to recreate as he sees fit, and then only what he deems essential, he still couldn't stop me from being me. That way, right when everything's about to end, I'll get to laugh in his stupid face. You really are an odd bird, aren't you? You actually chose to keep losing to Arjuna and his curse just so you could continue to be yourself.
Exactly. And thanks to that, he's done for, since there's no possible way to save him. Yes, I'm sure there isn't.
This goddamn pisses me off. So, what you gonna do now, huh? You gonna tear me into shreds with that sword of evil's bane? Sounds great. Do it. Come on. Do it!
Even that did tear you to shreds. Your body will simply regenerate. I suspect it's your connection to Arjuna's nigh infinite supply of magical energy that forces it to do so. Then, once your body is cursed again, it is subjected to endless torment for all of eternity. But fortunately for you, I know of a way to do something about that curse.
What'd you just say? Way to go, Your Majesty.
Why, thank you, Master. Take a moment to drink in my regal glory if you like. My brother and Sita will often look at me like that.
Huh, you and your damn nonsense are pisses me off. What the hell can you even do about this curse?
This.
Oh. This is quite something, isn't it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did you just do? Don't tell me you...
Huh?
Krishna and I are both avatars of Vishnu. Basically beings of the same nature. So if your curse comes from Krishna's power, I should be more than capable of affecting it. While I can't completely destroy it, of course, I can at least transfer it from your body to mine. Ow, 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 ow! I am an invincible king. I'm not about to complain about the pain from a little curse like this. If you thought you just heard otherwise, then I suggest you have your ears checked. You out of your mind. I can't stand that sort of simpering, self-sacrificing nonsense. If you subject me to any more of this, I'm going to start demanding compensation.
Whoa, whoa, what the hell? Are you stupid or something? Damn it, this pisses me off. I'm still just as angry as ever. If I don't have to worry about being held hostage to my damn curse anymore. If there's nothing holding me back. Arjuna was always my mortal enemy, even before he made himself into some kind of god. There's no way in hell I'm not gonna revolt against him. But what's the damn point of me being free of my curse if you just end up cursed in my place? All you're doing is getting one guy and losing another. It's simple math, damn it. You freaking piss me off.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course I thought of that. As an avatar of Vishnu's, Krishna's curse shouldn't affect me as much as it affected you. Let's say it brings me down to half my normal strength. But in exchange for that strength, we get Ashvath man, the hero of the Kauravas. A man who is not only an exceptionally skilled warrior, but a tactician clever enough to serve as commander-in-chief. That is to say, you are a servant who can fulfill more than just one role. So while we may have lost half a warrior, we have effectively gained 2 to make up for it. That's a net gain of 1.5 warriors. He's glaring at me something fierce.
You. This guy's your servant, right? Does that mean I should be angry at you?
Go easy on me, please. At any rate, can I please ask you something just to be sure, Ashvath the man? Now that you're not cursed anymore, you no longer have a reason to obey Arjuna? So, does that mean you're willing to help us now?
Why'd you go and ask that for? You went and reminded me of how completely pathetic I've been.
I never expected Rama to take on the curse himself, but the benefits of this trade-off may well outweigh the drawbacks. Having Arjuna's last Lokapala come over to our side will be quite a boon indeed.
What's that look supposed to mean, ex-master? If you want to laugh at me, go ahead. It'll give me another reason to be angry.
Oh, it's not that. I was just thinking how you really are, just how you appear through my Tashintsu. You wear your heart on your sleeve, so to speak. So that thing rooted deep inside you is anger. That's what drove you to the Pandavas in the middle of the night.
Hey, I just have to ask, haven't you ever wished you could just let all your anger go?
Why? 'Cause there's a whole reason I ended up like this. Yeah, I know my anger is what ended up getting me cursed by Krishna while I was alive.
But you might eventually be able to let go of it if you stay with Arjuna, right? I doubt he'd want any defective emotions in his perfect world, after all.
Aha! Now I get it. You think I regret giving up that chance to get rid of this anger, don't you? Ha 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 ha! Don't be an idiot. Why the hell would I ever regret that? It's true, Da Vinci. You've got it backwards. Anger is everything to him right now. In fact, I think he made sure his anger would be the one part of him to stick around by constantly proving that he was useful with it.
They were only master and servant for a short time, and they're absolutely nothing alike. And yet, in spite of that, Pepe and Avastaman really seem to click. Maybe this is what they call chemistry?
Yeah. Right now, anger and me are one and the same. It was the one way I had to avenge my father and friend's humiliation. If we were back in Kshetra, when that war was still going on, and they'd be humiliated again, I'd do the same damn thing, without hesitating, every time. I'd have to use my anger as a weapon to avenge my father and friend, even if I ended up cursed every damn time. Got it. I knew you were awkward and simple-minded, but I also know that's why I can trust you.
Okay then, why don't we find somewhere we can relax and figure out our next course of action? You're a tactician too, right? Can't wait to see what you come up with. Alright, let's... Ha! You look like an old man who just threw out his back. Fine, you hear me? My body just, hasn't quite adjusted to this curse yet. Just give me a moment. I'll be up and about in no time. You know we don't have time to wait around. Guess I'll just have to give you a piggyback ride. Alright, this is degrading, but I do get the feeling I've had something similar happen to me before. Perhaps this is just part of my destiny to suffer piggyback rides now and then. Aw, poor Rama. Now he's getting like a weakening. Effect of forgiving world weakened by the rebellion of Lokapala as Vath the Man. Okay. Let me see there. This is 17. Okay. Let's try to finish this thing and then I'm gonna call off. Oh boy. And then the next one will be a push all the way to the end of that. I'm not sure how it's gonna look anyway, but here we go. The flaw of being there. Uh-oh. Oh. Now we'll push to that, whatever that thing is. Divapara Yuga. Hmm? Something wrong, Holmes? No, it's nothing. For a moment, it seemed as though there was something off about the surrounding area. Hopefully, it was nothing more than a momentary sensor malfunction. So you thought to use people's fate to tear Arjuna down from his divine throne, huh? Unfortunately, it didn't work. I never thought even the false god would be so heartless as to cast away every person who lost their faith in him. I should have known better than to hope for even so much as that from him. Honestly, we're kind of stumped right now. I don't suppose you have any good ideas. You're on the right track.
Taking away Arjuna's god status is almost certainly the only way we'll be able to beat him.
But
I know, damn it. Obviously, we can't count on the people of this world to help with that anymore. So then, our only choice is to use something else. Assuming we even can, anyway.
is there something else we can use?
Damn it. I really didn't want to bring this up since it's a big whole all or nothing deal, and that pisses me the hell off. If we mess it up, we'll all be dead and gone, and even if it works out, it still only gives us a tiny chance of coming out on top. You still want to hear it?
Like you said, we don't have any other choice. Right. Please tell us, Asvathaman. Whatever it is, we're ready to hear it.
The biggest factor in Arjuna remaining a god and in control of this world is that he's the one advancing the Yuga cycle. The obvious idea that anyone capable of destroying and recreating the world would have to be a god only reinforces his position as one. So as long as he keeps the Yuga cycle going, he's pretty much a perfect god.
Makes sense. I mean, you have to be one hell of a god to remake the whole damn world. Oh crap, that sort of thinking's part of the problem, isn't it? Damn it!
But if we look at it another way, that advantage also a weakness. If we can divide that world remaking, even just a tiny bit, then he won't be a perfect god any longer.
I see. Since remaking the world is such a massive undertaking, even the tiniest flaw will have a big impact. Like how a single scratch in a large precious gem makes its value plummet.
But how will we actually do that?
That's the problem. We can't take the safe or easy way out with something like this. We'd have to face Arjuna's world, destroy Noble Phantasm head on. Refuse to disappear and continue our existence as continuous entities. Once we've done that, we'll have proven his fallibility and really messed up the idea of him as some perfect god. Are you serious? You want us to face that terrifying Noble Phantasm head on? I thought you were an actual tactician, not an armchair general. You fool! It doesn't matter how plausible something seems if it can't actually be done. Shut up, damn it! You think I don't know that? That's what I'm saying, if we could pull it off. So that's the plan. An almost suicidal battle of endurance where one wrong move means you're gone for good. How about it? Anyone here think they can pull that off?
Maybe. I don't know. I think back on this world. Oh, no. Here, anything its god deems useless, defective, or unnecessary gets erased as though it never existed. And yet, I'm still here. How weird is that? Me, a hopeless unemployed shut-in who's only good at video games. A divine spear servant in name only who just happened to end up with godly power by some freakish twist of fate. There's no way Arjuna wouldn't hesitate to write someone like me off as worthless. I should have been the first to go. I'm just a spectator, an uninvited guest who's only here by coincidence. At least, that's what I thought. But you know, even I can't deny that someone knew what I was and said they needed my help anyway. I can't let the hero who placed his trust in me down, so...
I'll do it. Or at least, I'll try.
I think back on this world. Here, anything its god deems useless, defective, or unnecessary gets erased as though it never existed. And what could be more useless or unnecessary than a god is a bad luck and misfortune. That said, I'm sure this one wish of mine can still be granted. No matter how despicable the role given to me may be, or how defectively unlucky I may have been born. There shouldn't be anything wrong with praying for my family's happiness. No matter what anyone else says about you, I'll always be your friend, kind Lakshmi. Luck hasn't always been on my side either, like when I failed to defend my country. But that's exactly why I want you to trust me. This time, I won't let anything happen to the ones I care about. I'm going to make sure your wish to free Lakshmi from that awful false god comes true. That wish may not be anything so large as a country. It's easily small enough to fit into your hand. Which is why I'll make sure to hold on to it tightly. I won't let it slip out of my hand for anything. Not for the world, and not for its god. Lakshmi Bai. I'll do it too. I'm sure I can. You guys. But even Karna couldn't withstand that noble fantastic for long. Don't you think it's too risky? Not gonna lie, if we were gaming, this would be like hardcore mode on the nightmare difficulty setting. Not pretty, but it's our only shot. Besides, I think I've got a decent shot at winning. I mean, we're talking pure endurance, not reflexes, right? If do a bit of min-maxing, I think I can optimize my build just enough to survive. Not to mention that I've, Ganesha, seen that noble fantastism a couple of times now. Basically, all I've got to do is sit still and keep camping until it's over, right? I can do that sort of thing in my sleep. I know, cause I have before, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Just you wait, I'm gonna come up with a foolproof strategy before the game starts and show you all what a NEET is truly capable of. That's the difference between me and Karna. Between me and a true hero who faces adversity head-on. Of course, speaking as someone who never asked to be entrusted with all the responsibility, I figure I need to at least try to live up to it, or I'll never be able to look him in the eye, you know? As for me, I think my purpose lies in protecting others. While I've thus far had to use my noble fantastism to defeat my enemies, it is meant to be used defensively. This seems like a perfect opportunity to do just that. Of course, I will do my best to tamp down my bad luck and prevent any unfortunate accidents. But if you cannot help but worry, I will understand. I'm sure you would rather remove any uncertain elements when carrying out your... Whoa, are you kidding me? I'm pretty much counting on your help out there. Honestly, I was a bit nervous about doing this on my own. But if you're there with me, I think I got a real shot. Just to make sure, you guys do have a plan for making this happen, right? What? You don't believe me? Well, I guess I can't blame you. Basically, I've been using my secondary noble fantastism. As I said before, I'm thinking of applying a Lakshmi's power to my true noble fantastism. I see. There are definite risks with that plan, but there is at least a chance it may succeed. Is there a problem?
I'll say. How the hell did you actually come up with the plan to pull this off? Now I've got to explain the rest, damn it.
Is there something else we need?
Oh, but were you really planning on withstanding Arjuna's world remaking cataclysm like it was just a bad storm? Cause you can't. If Arjuna doesn't realize something's not right at first, the jester next to him will.
Yes, I'm sure he will. That's why he's there, after all.
Then, what can we do?
If you're gonna evade Arjuna's eye when he looks over the entire world, he'll need to think you belong here. He's gotta take you for granted so much that he'd never even think to question to your presence. In other words, alright, here's the last part of the plan. I'm gonna send you two back in time.
Okay. This one. Just a mobster.
Is something wrong? It is a trivial matter, but Ashvat the man has escaped his curse. What? That is more than a little troubling. I expect it won't be long before he rebels against you. Say, I have an idea. Why not try using your master authority to just make him destroy himself? That would be trivial. But the Kali Yuga is near, as is the end of the great Kali Yuga. I see. So you would prefer not to waste your energy on a single servant then? Yes, you do have a point. Especially given the current situation. The world is nearing its limit. The reconstruction it underwent during the last Kali Yuga has brought it to its breaking point. And that means the world will reach perfection in the very next cycle. I'm sure you will need every bit of power you have to bring that about. So it makes perfect sense that you wouldn't want to waste any on him. However, I must remind you that as Vatman is like a demigod and holds the power of Shiva and Yama within. While he may not be no match for you and your absolute divine power, he could still cause trouble for you if you do nothing to stop him from joining up with the observatory survivors. Surely you don't wish for anything to go wrong during your momentous great Kali Yuga, do you? Very well. I will send Sacred Beast after him. Send every last one that breathes in this land. An excellent idea. I believe that will certainly be for the best. You ready yet? If not, hurry it up already. We don't have all day here.
I really wish you'd stop getting angry every time you talk to me. It's a little tough for negative types like me to deal with.
The hell you just say? Sorry about that. This is just how I am.
That doesn't make me feel better at all. All that's left for us to do now is start concentrating. Although,
are you sure you want to do this here?
I was wondering the same thing. I thought you would want to go somewhere a little more, Magecraft friendly.
It doesn't matter where we do this. Not when these two are about to travel through time. I still can't quite believe this is happening. Though I suppose it isn't all that dissimilar from ray shifting.
I'm afraid I must disagree. Ray shifting is pure engineering built on Spiritron theory. What we are attempting to do here is a once-in-a-lifetime feat that relies on a series of coincidences. Simply put, a miracle. A miracle only made possible by the anomalous nature of this Lostbelt, rather than regular Earth. And the fact that its inner time and space have grown unstable thanks to Arjuna repeatedly destroying it. Even then, it still requires us to make full use of the power of Shiva, the ruler of time. One might say it is the exploit to end all exploits. And needless to say, we can only employ it once. Which, of course, is why I would like to ensure you are all as thoroughly prepared as possible.
If Arjuna ever realizes you two are completely of this world, it's over. So you've got to become part of it, something no one will ever think to question, like the sun or the sky. And while you're doing that, you'll have to endure this world-ending capitalism right up to the present day, when your efforts to prove his fallibility will finally have meaning. That's the only kind of poison that will weaken him enough for us to defeat him. Much as it pisses me off to say that is this, it's basically a way to curse him.
Okay, so I gotta ask, how long do we have to do this?
From the point when Arjuna first started ruling the world like this all the way to now. I won't know how long that is until we do it, but I'm guessing it'll be thousands of years, if not longer.
Fool?
Are you sure you're sure about this?
Jeez, what is this? The millionth time you asked? I keep telling you, I'll be fine. I can understand how they feel. I still have my doubts as well. After all, the role you agreed to take on comes with a far greater mental burden than mine. My task will simply be to provide you with power. You're the one who will be using it to maintain the spell and your noble fantasism. You'll have to stay awake the entire time, without letting your mind rest, or retreating into an organic state. You're going to have to maintain uninterrupted consciousness for thousands of years. So long a time could drive even a god to madness.
Are you absolutely certain you can handle this?
Ha 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 ha! Do you even know who you're talking to? I'm a professional shut-in. I am the queen. No, the empress of Neat. Plus, you throw in my mysterious divine powers. I summon some video games and other goodies, and this will be a cakewalk, like a staycation. Hell, this is the perfect time to 100% a few thousand-hour games I've had my eye on for a while.
Senpai, I know Ganesha is treating this lightly, but she must be more worried than she's letting on. I'm sure she's trying to be brave, so as not to worry us. Yeah.
Hey, don't you know better than to whisper about someone right in front of them? Neats are really sensitive, you know? I'm telling you, I'll be fine. Really. Besides, as fact, the man told us all about some top secret info, so there shouldn't be any problem keeping out front.
That was only if you two make it back here safely. And if everything else goes well. Damn it! Just focus on what you're about to freaking do! Ugh!
God, didn't I just ask you not to get so angry at me? Actually, I think I know now why it's especially hard for me to get near you. You reek of Ganesha's old man, Shiva. It reminds me of the uncle who always scared me. I wish you'd at least learn to use your inside voice. This won't be an easy job for you either. It'll be like swimming against the current.
Heh, are you worried about me? Don't be. I'm used to enduring strenuous conditions. Truly, that's the only way we guerrillas know how to fight.
I know. That's why I...
Look, just hurry up and let me know when you're ready. I'm not gonna rush you, but the sooner we do this, the better. Arjuna is still my master right now. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he knew I was cursed anymore. And the only thing I'm really concerned about is him trying to...
I'm afraid your concern was well founded. There are sacred beasts headed your way from all directions.
Holy hell! There's so many of them! Is this all of them? I've never seen this many before. Now what? Should we try again later, or...
We can't be certain that the situation won't worsen further. We should take care of what we need to do before the sacred beast reach us.
Do you really think we have enough time? They're headed here awfully quick.
I'll make sure we have enough time. I have nothing left to hide, so I'll tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to pour all of my magical energy into my noble phantasm. Now that I've made full use of Alakshmi's power, there should be another unavoidable reaction besides bad luck. I'm going to bring that reaction about intentionally. At this point, I should be able to control it somewhat.
Now there's a group of Cowley headed your way too.
There it is. I summoned them.
You did what?
Aha! Now I get it. I knew I was forgetting something important. Alakshmi is said to be Kali the demon's second wife. I don't know about that, nor can I ask her, but I do sense a connection between the Kali and the goddess inside me. Remember when that giant Kali formed and beat you? I think that was a consequence of using my goddess power in the fight against William Tell. That's why the Kali were so frenzied back then. I form a connection to them whenever I make full use of Alakshmi's power. Though I'll admit I didn't realize this myself until after I saw that giant Kali. If I'd only realized it sooner, we may have been able to lessen the damage they did to beat you. Does that mean you can control them? Or give them instructions? I doubt it. The best I can do is point them in a given direction. But I will try and command them to hold back the secret beast as best as I can. Come, Ganesha, as Vatnaman, we have work to do.
I was hoping a little more time to do, mentally prepare. But I guess that's not happening. Oh man, I really wanted to do this in a more relaxing environment.
We'll just have to play the hand we're dealt. Listen up, this is a big job, even for me. It's gonna take time to focus, and as much as it pisses me off, I won't be able to move while I'm doing it.
Don't worry. A few hundred sacred beasts is nothing for a man of my ability.
Are you okay?
Not to worry. A curse like this just makes for a fairer fight. Or so I was hoping. But I'm afraid things may be more dire than I thought.
Janisha and Lakshmi are preparing for their endurance spell, and Asvathaman is getting ready to send them back in time. The only ones here who can fight are me, saddled with this curse, and Mash, Peperoncino, I don't suppose.
This should really go without saying, but I'm just a human mage. Don't expect any more from me than that.
The Orthodox system are all green. I won't have any issues using it. That said, we are very, very serious outnumbered. It'll be difficult to defend against them, let alone drive them away. Ah, Master, look out! She stopped the sacred beast attacking us from above.
You just saved me. Does that mean you help us?
Absolutely not. I'm only repaying my debt. Don't mistake this for anything other than that. I will never help humans. I will never accept them, or love them, or forgive them. The only thing I will do is repay them any debt I may owe. That is the only reason I'm doing this. Though, of course, I trust it goes without saying that I can't possibly take care of all these beasts myself. We know that. I'll handle any hostiles that manage to get past Lakshmi's Kali and evade your shots. There's no need to wipe them all out. We just have to buy enough time for it.
Oh, stop it, Raimi! You can't push yourself too hard. Okay, Silfrost, this is it. Let's try to buy them as much time as we can.
Weakling. Let's have like a team ruler. Oh shit. Damn it. Fuck. Sasaki Kochiwo. Regen.
一気火星に畳みかける。
そうし、任せなさい。サンタは宙を舞うものです。光よ。せーの。受けて返します。受けて返します。
So battle ends after how many turns? 8 turns. Wow. Okay.
せいやを飛ばしますわよ。あげます。せーの。こうかしら。せーの。受けて返します。サンタは宙を舞うものです。そうしますの。サンタとのマッチアップは初めて。光よ。こうかしら。
じゃあこういうのどうだ。
クリスマスムーブ。我が天秤に祈りなさい。あげます。
Oh, forgot. Whatever.
裁定を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。せーの。これがサンバのリズムです。 我が天秤に集いひらめき。そうしますの？ええ、そうしますの？ええ、こうかしら。ええ、打撃戦の用意はよくて。せやっ。サンタは聖夜を踊り明かしましょう。せーの、わお。え？
Oh.
うわ、
No.
おれ。フィニッシュホールドをプレゼントしちゃいます。サンバのステップで仕掛けます。トップロープからのプレゼントスラムでフィニッシュね。ユカタンレガーラで涙。光よ、こうかしら。
Oh my god. Okay, battle ends after 8 turns. Right there. So I have to finish up this.
我が天秤に祈りなさい。ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。宙を舞うものです。裁定を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。こうかしら。サンタとのマッチアップは初めて。
Alright, battle ends right there. Just have to hold them off. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a bit of bathroom break, so give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Bathroom break. Here we go. Same thing again.
I guess there's only so much we can do, even if it's just to buy time. We're all doing our best, but there's just not enough of us.
Unfortunately, there's nobody else who can help us now, and there's nothing more we can do on our own.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Huh?
Obviously, we can't increase our numbers or anything, but we might still be able to pull this off if we change how we go about it a little.
You mean we all need to try even harder? If you're talking about psyching ourselves up and giving it 120%, I don't think that's going to help.
No, I don't mean that. See, there's someone here who's still trying to play it cool, even in this situation. A real dummy who has yet to put all their cards on the table. I'm the dummy. It's me.
Huh?
I wasn't planning to do this in front of you and Mashy, so Frost. Maybe that's because I'm still technically your prisoner, and I thought it'd be better if I didn't do anything that make you more suspicious of me. But now I think about it, I don't really mind if you know, and if it'll mean we make it out of here alive, I don't see any reason to hesitate.
What are you talking about?
Killing. Step in with Jinsokutsu. Use Jinsokutsu, Yutashinsu to read how it's going to act and... These things might not be ordinary creatures, but it's not like they keep their brains in their stomachs or have organs made of diamond, right? As long as their bodies follow mostly the same rules as ours, I can apply the knowledge I already have and probably manage somehow. From there, all I have to do is destroy their vital organs and they'll die just like any other creature. That's not to say I like doing this sort of thing. It is just awful on my cuticles and it's not even any fun. That said, I can't say I really hate doing it. I guess that's not great either, huh? I suppose I can't judge Barrow after all. Not when I'm doing the same thing as him. Aw, it hurts to see you look so upset, Mashy. Oh well, no one going back now, especially not when we're still severely outnumbered. Come on guys, let's keep it up. We don't have time to be slacking off.
Same thing.
ま、こうなるのよ結局はね。じゃあ殺しちゃいましょう。
What?
つまんない連中だな。僕ちゃん、こういうのどうだ？つまんない連中だな。他にやることないの？
宝石の声を聞けば我が天秤に集いきらめきオレイさあこいつでそうしますね。テンポを上げます。あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が宝石庫はこの夜空、あなたの罪はこの星の数。クストスモルヌ。サンタとのマッチアップは初めて？ シャンシャンシャン、そうします聖夜を踊り明かしましょう。人という子供たちへ今こそ女神の贈り物を。ユカタンレガーロでナビダ、あなたたちを愛しています。えぶっ飛べ任せなさい。光よ、こうかしら。
What the hell?
私の宝石たち、これがとどめ。ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。聖夜を踊り明かしましょう。せーの、これがサンバのリズムです。我が天秤、ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が宝石庫はこの夜空、あなたの罪はこの星の数、クストスオルム。光よ、こうかしら。私の宝石たち、これがとどめ。うわっ、宝石の声を聞けばよいのでしょ。判決の時、そうしますの。
Oh my god, Luvia. Okay, well, that's fine.
あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が宝石庫はこの夜空、あなたの罪はこの星の数、クストスオルム。こうかしら。
Oh
打
my
撃
god.
戦の用意はよくって。せや、
That empty loop.
受けて返します。
じゃあこういうのどうだ。つまんない連中だな。他にやることない。じゃあこういうのどうだ。
私の踊り受けきれるかしら。オレシャンシャンシャン、ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。宙を舞うものです。人という子供たちへ今こそ女神の贈り物を。ユカタンレガーロでナビダ、あなたたちを愛しています。
Okay.
星の輝きを今ここに。我が天秤に祈りなさい。裁定を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。せーの、ルチャドーラのクリスマスカットを味わうね。受けて返します。
Okay. What? Oh, that was a giant dragon in the beginning. There isn't a single wasted motion in his combat style. Pepe, He's obviously very proficient in it. I've seen other styles like it before. His movements and methodology are straight out of Assassin Emiya and Emiya Alter's playbook. You've been holding out art on us, Peperoncino.
Well, of course I was. Beautiful people like myself don't reveal art on the first date.
Beauty? I'm not sure what beauty has to do with this, but anyway, I'm glad to see you can fight.
But of course, true beauty is freedom after all. There's nothing those of us with beautiful bodies can't do. If I told you you have a beautiful body too, Raimi, would you hold it against me?
I don't know what you mean by that, but whatever it is, I'm quite certain now is not the time for it.
Aw, you're no fun. But I guess you're right. We do still have more sacred beasts to deal with. Hang in there, people, as Fatima and the others should be done soon. For now, the dance continues.
Are we still not done? This is getting really old. There's no end to them. It's as though every sacred beast in the world is coming after us. Whoa, whoa! We haven't heard any status reports from the border for a while now either. I can't tell if we're making progress or going in circles. But either way, it doesn't matter. We've just got to keep doing what we can, as best as we can.
Burn. Burn. I've got to burn myself. My anger. For fuel. We'll never get Arjuna to drop his guard again. This is our only chance. This world space-time is coming apart at the seams, thanks to Arjuna breaking and remaking it over and over. But it's that instability that'll let us break the rules and send someone back in time, even if we only get one shot. First, I've got to awaken Mahakala, the manifestation of Shiva inside me that can control time itself. Next, I'm gonna need a metric ton of magical energy, and fortunately, I know just where to get it. Since that bastard Arjuna is still my master, I'm not gonna be shy about grabbing up some of that endless magical energy for myself. That's part of controlling servants, master. If they need more magical energy, it's your job to fork it over. Of course, you'll figure out what I'm up to soon enough. That's why we only get one shot at this. Gotta make sure everything's in place before he can mess it up. What's taking you guys so long? Hurry it up already, damn it!
I am a guardian. I protect countries, people, hopes, dreams. That is why I'm here. That is why I exist. As a queen, I may have failed to protect my people, protect my country, and I may have lacked the skill needed to help my people's rebellion succeed. But I think that's why I was called here, as though I was some sort of hero. I think this world is giving me another chance to get it right. It's challenging me to protect the things I couldn't protect before. Very well. Challenge accepted. I am Lakshmi Bai, the Rani of Jhansi. To those kind failures lending me your strength, Lakshmi, the goddess of misfortune, and I promise you this. We will not let one more thing be cruelly and unjustly taken from us. This time, we will protect everything. Nahi Dunji! Are you seeing this, Kana? In the end, this is what it all comes down to. I'm gonna be true to myself, obstinate pessimism and all. Since there aren't any many things I'm good at, I want to at least be decent at the things I'm used to. Once in a very different time and place. You believe in me completely, even though you knew I wasn't special. So now, even though I'm scared, I've got to act like what I'm about to do is no big deal, just like I usually do. Besides, I'm not running away from everything this time. I'm just waiting for someone to come and get me. Hey, Kanisha, I'm sorry you drew the short straw, getting me as a vessel, but you knew what you were in for, right?
I'm sure I hope so, seeing as you pick out the world's biggest NEET and all. Ganesha is the god of prosperity, the god of knowledge, and the god of obstacles, especially removing them. And what are obstacles? Obstructions, things that try to hold us back or stop us from getting where we want to, where we need to go. I've always been keenly aware of obstacles. I feel like I've been surrounded by them my whole life. So for me, treating the entire outside world like one giant obstacle is as easy as pie. Alright, it's time to gather up that power and solidify it to protect me in my own little world. It's time to make a nice, comfy, neat cave to last me a good, long time. A completely impenetrable domain that not even a god could hope to pry open. Ganesha Vijneshvara. Wait, I can sense their noble phantasms.
Did it make it? Alright, you guys better hang in there. I'm gonna be mad as shit if you give up before you're done. But hey, don't worry. Sure, you'll be gone a long time, but we'll see you again real soon. Mahakala Shakti!
They're gone.
Are you sure it worked, Ashpatha man? Huh. What, are you trying to piss me off? Look up, dummy, and see for yourself. They did it. All we've got to do now is pick our heroes up and congratulate them on a long-ass job well done. Gah!
Are you alright, Ashpatha man? I thought I still had your curse.
It's not the curse, damn it. It's cause I used too much power to mess with time. But don't worry about that now.
Right, I finally understand now, and I know just where we need to go to pick them up.
There's just one more problem. Now that Lakshmi's not here, the Kali aren't helping us anymore.
This is way more trouble than I expected. Alright, fine. I'll just consider everything around us as enemy then.
We'll just have to make our way through them as best as we can.
Right, there are still a huge number of hostiles, but I know we can get past them. The Ortonax has accumulated some strain, but it still hasn't reached its limit. There should be no issue using it in combat. Moving forward, please make sure to stay right behind me, Master.
Alright. 95, 10, 10, 10. Nah. I'm gonna need some single target. Can't use that Okita, it won't work. Maybe better there. Just in case from the last point of it.
獲物はすべていただいていきますわよ。ああ、腕が鳴りますわ。ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。そうしますの。聖夜を踊り明かしましょう。
Alright.
こうかしら。せーの。任せなさい。聖夜を踊り明かしましょう。サンタとのマッチアップは初めて。こうかしら。
つまらん。
サンタは宙を舞うものです。
罠だ。
せーの。光よ。 テンポを上げますわよ。サンタとのマッチアップは初めて。ぶっ飛ばしますわよ。我が天秤任せなさい。
Actually, I shouldn't use that.
星の輝きよ、今ここに。判決のぶっ飛ばしますわよ。
Oh, damn it, come on.
裁定を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。こうかしら。私の宝石たち、これがとどめ。オレイ、私の踊り受けきれるかしら。フィニッシュホールドをプレ。サンタはテンポを上げます。
Oh, come on. Konyanskaya.
サンバのステップで仕掛けます。トップロープからのプレゼントスラムでフィニッシュね。ユカタンレガーラで涙。せーの、ルチャドーラのクリスマスカップ場外乱闘の時間です。プレゼントの雨あらい。テンポを上げます。せーの、わお、これがサンバのリズムでスペシャルに決めてあげる。
Alright, Maha Naga.
ではどうしよう。ではどうし
宝石の声を聞けば我が天秤に集いきらめき。さあ、こいつでぶっ飛ばそうしますの。あなたの罪を計りましょう。我が宝石庫はこの夜空、あなたの罪はこの星の数。クストスモルヌ、光よ、こうかしら。私の宝石たち、これがとどめ。
最上に近い勝利だ。戦う前に勝つくらいでなければな。
Alright, let's finish this thing and I'm gonna wrap this up for stream. We're almost near to the end of the Lostbelt 4. There's just too many. If only I could use my body like normal.
Oh crap. Is that? He must have finally figured out something was up. Guess that's no surprise, since we were messing with time itself.
What's wrong, Aspath the man?
Arjuna's on his way here. Based on how fast Vimana is approaching, we don't have much time. I'm sure we don't, but these things just keep coming no matter how many we kill. Forget going to pick them up. At this rate, we won't even be able to get through all these sacred beasts in Kali.
It looks like your plan won't work after all. Your idea of making a perfect god fundamentally flawed from the start was so wonderful it made my ears stand on end. But it seems you were just 2 steps short of seeing it through. We can't break through all these hostiles. And after we've come all this way. Damn it. Isn't there anything we can do? Anything?
No, we're not giving up yet.
We arrived in time. The border. What? How?
We can talk later. Hurry up and get in already.
Sorry to worry you. We couldn't even spare the resources to tell you we were on our way at top speed. Wait, what are you doing in the middle of this Lostbelt anyway? Isn't it dangerous for you to be here?
Oh, believe me, I told him over and over, in no uncertain terms, how bad of an idea this was. The Zero Sail is our lifeline. Even a little damage to the border would make it impossible for us to evade the next cataclysm. Needless to say, we were risking everything to come here, but...
So many Kali and sacred beasts up ahead of us. This is the worst S-curve I've ever had to drive through. I can't believe they're making me drift in a 12-wheeler. Well, what do you know? I actually did it. Surprised? I am too. Go on then. All of you, hurry up and strap in. This ride isn't gonna get any smoother. We don't want you getting hurt if we run into anything. If you die, so Frost, that's the end of everything. There's no point in keeping the border out of harm's way if there's no one going around to drive it. A pit crew certainly can't compete in a race on their own after all.
I think you finally started talking to yourself, chubby. But who cares? You actually pulled it off. I still can't believe we got there in time. I had my doubts about him driving the border manually, but I guess machines really do require an analog touch. Wait, hang on. Why does it look like he's holding the wheel?
This isn't normal, believe me. See? We were
Thinking about what we could do to get to you guys as fast as possible. And we decided the best way to do that would be to share the load. Munir and I focused on controlling the engine and making sure all the border's power went to keeping it at top speed. And Gordy's job was to focus on the actual driving. I swear, I don't even know when he installed the extension system that let us split up our jobs like that.
I didn't have anything better to do, and I thought it'd be useful.
Get this, so Frost. It turns out our director is actually a pretty badass driver.
Heh, well, I couldn't let the detective keep the top score on his simulator's highest difficulty course forever. In fact, I finally beat his record just the other day. How do you like them apples? Ha 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 ha.
Quietly applauds while smiling, Riley.
While I do prefer on-road, I've driven more than my fair share of off-road as well. And they say the Phoenix shines brightest when things are at their worst. Grah! Move! Get out of the way!
His concentration is incredible. He's right between Sacred Beast and a Cowdy alike.
Ha! That's some good angle you got there, big guy. I like how you let it loose in your driving too. Are you angry too, director?
You know what? I am, damn it! And not just because we had to save you to keep our hopes of fixing this mess alive. I have my own bones to pick up with this world.
Huh?
But since I can't give this world a good slog, I'm taking out with my resentment towards it with the border. Perfectly natural for defects and failures to be erased in this world. How dare they say in front of me? Ever since I, Gorda Music, was born, I never did anything well enough to get so much as a single gold star. Well, now it's time to show off what a disgraced noble is really made of. Whatever you do, don't undo your seatbelts, and try not to talk unless you want to bite your tongue.
Well, I can't say I saw this coming. But at least now, we should be able to meet back up with Ganesha and Lakshmi. I just hope we don't run into more trouble on the way there. Indeed, I'm seeing a signal in the distant eastern sky. It's Arjuna. We can't let them catch up to us now. Floyd Da Vinci.
What do you think I'm doing?
If you really want to help me go faster, then just leave it. Just lead me to it. Keeping the engine running at full speed without it blowing up in our faces isn't as easy as I make it look, you know?
Okay. Oh, wow. We came all the way from there. Alright, well, I'm gonna call off for that stream. So, tune out next time for the Let Fate Live Grow. We're gonna push all the way to the end of that Lostbelt 4. So, I'll see you guys next part of live stream video. So, peace out and have a good night.